Angry Plush Birds is a video series centered around the Angry Birds characters in plush form. But who are they? Let's find out. Starting off, we have Red, the de facto leader of the birds. Red didn't appear in the earlier episodes, but by episode 6, he showed up. Next up is Chuck, the speedster of the group. Although his personality has changed over the show, he's still the same speedy bird at heart. Next up is the Blue Bird. There's not just one, there's not just two, but there is three. Born from a weird accident that involves space, 3 birds came out of 1 bird. And no, I don't just mean a joke in that sense. I mean this one bird made 2 more birds, making 3 birds. Next up is Captain Red. Essentially another red bird, this bird is the actual leader of the flock, appearing in episode 4. Next up we have Bombird. Bombird was the de facto leader of the birds until Red showed up in episode 1. Hey, what? You gonna keep doing this stupid narrator thing? No, I don't really plan to. Well, it's stupid, so you just stop it. Fine, have it your way. Yeah. He also has an incoherent American accent, some wondering if he's even American at all. Yeah, you know what I mean, yeah, whatever. And after that, we have the lovely Lady Matilda. By far the oldest of the Angry Birds, she's a very kind soul. But get her angry. Ooh boy, get her angry. Up next we have Nigel, also appearing in episode 4. Nigel's original character was an apprentice to Captain Red, but now he's taken on more of a role of an anti-hero. While not an outright villain, he might be up to something. We don't know yet. Coming in from outer space is Icebird, the most recent bird as of the recording of this video to join the birds' flock. Icebird came from outer space, you can tell because he's a ball of ice. While generally a positive person, he seems to get on the best with Captain Red and Bombird, but not so much with Nigel and Chuck. And the blues? Well, nobody can truly understand the blues. There is also Micro Red. He is very small. And finally, on the bird side, is Captain Red's mentor, who hasn't appeared on the show yet. I wonder when he'll show up. Not much is known about him as he hasn't had any screen time yet. Who knows what he'll be like? He could be wise, could be crazy. He could be neither of those things. We just don't know. And then there is the one you've all been waiting for. The one, the only, the Angry Birds movie bird! It's the bird that came from Angry Birds! It's the movie one! Not the stupid games! No, the movie! Go watch the movie! Go watch the movie now! Angry Birds movie bird will never appear in an episode. Ever. But now a word from our sponsors. This video has been sponsored by the Angry Birds movie Free Birds Go to Terraria. It's a really good movie. I star in it, and if you don't buy it, I get shot off screen. They have a gun over there. Please save me. I don't want to be murdered for an Angry Birds movie. And now we get on for the villains of our series of motion pictures, yes. Starting off with Pork Vader. Now Pork Vader used to work for the Pig King. But, for whatever reason, for reasons that only his closest friends know, who have vowed never to say, he got very angry with the king, and swore revenge wherever he could get it. He left the king, formed his own little group, made this outfit for himself, and vowed to be the most evil pig to ever be. Ever be, that's a stupid word. Ever be was so stupid it was probably made by Little Pork. Little Pork, he talks like this because he really wants to die. For a little out of universe context, this came from a video I was watching at the time before I introduced the Angry Birds. It was made by Proton John when he was playing a kid's game and it all just went desensitized, and this was the voice that he was using. So that became the voice of Little Pork. I'll link it in the description. It's a wild trip. Now returning back to the in-universe lore, Little Pork was one of 2 close friends that Pork Vader had before he betrayed the king. Thus, he went with Pork Vader when they left the king's kingdom. The other one, of course, is Pork Trooper, arguably Pork Vader's most loyal minion. Like his boss, he decided to get himself an outfit to help him stand out against the sea of green swine. Only one other pig is known to wear this. And so, making his first and last canonical appearance, Aerial Piggy. Now, Aerial Piggy is a pig that is always off screen, so get him out of here. Aerial Piggy pilots the machinery that Pork Vader uses for his schemes to get the eggs. You can hear his voice in multiple episodes. He's a bit incoherent on when he does and doesn't appear, but if anything involves a machine or dropping in the pigs from the sky, usually it's Little Pork's doing. Next we have Pork Vader's first recruit, Pork Chop, in his first canonical appearance. He appeared this way from episodes 1 to 5, before he got a redesign. This redesign was this. This is the current Pork Chop. Pork Chop is technically a captain, although he's never referred to as such, because he's not dumb, he's just a little slow. And of course after that we have the pig team's favourite little coward, Porky, no relation to the mother character. Porky was the second recruit that Pork Vader ever got. He's very loyal to Pork Vader, although again, he's a coward. Alongside Porky came Porkins, the unstable one. And by unstable, I mean he'll probably kill everyone on the team.
And he also talks like this. He talks like this a lot because he's just angry all the time. Just so angry.
He has to take medication because otherwise his anger and adrenaline just takes over. It's not pretty.
And next we have Classy Pork, the brother of Little Pork. Now, you may say, how can you distinguish the two? Well, Classy Pork has a top hat. Now you may say, where's the top hat? The answer's quite simple. I wanted to make one, but 2020 sucked. The answer's quite simple. Classy Pork has a top hat, but he dropped it in a puddle, so he's putting it in the wash to clean it. He's currently waiting for it. In fact, he's going to go get it now. Born with a mother of English and a father of American descent, Little Pork and his brother were very different growing up. Little Pork went with his father to live in America, so he has a more American personality and voice, while his brother grew up in England with his mother and went down a theatre background before eventually becoming classy. How did the classiness happen? We have no idea. It just did. And now we have the big dumb doofus himself, King Pig. Now, King Pig's very different from the one in the end of the Angry Birds universe. Now, in the end of the games, King Pig was defeated. This one is in a future where everything kind of went worse from there. After his top advisor strangely went missing, King Pig was on his own. And eventually the bubble burst and all the pigs of the pig kingdom fractured and fell apart. As you can tell by his scarred crown, King Pig is no longer a king, although he's a bit delusional to the fact. He only has one loyalist, and I use the loyalist term very loosely. Say hello to Pork. Pork is the only minion of King Pig left. And by minion, it's morely the only one to keep King Pig here from killing himself accidentally. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's right. I mean, if I'm not here to watch the guy, who else is? None of these guys actually like him, so it's kind of my job. Up next we have Piggy. Piggy is he's a very nice member of the pig crew, although nobody seems to like him and you don't know why. It may be something to do with the fact he always stays the obvious, I don't know. Last and certainly least, what remains of Cool Pig or Helicopter Pig. Helicopter Pig was a boss of the third area, but ever since then he's never been able to get back up to that former glory. In fact, his hat no longer fits on his head and reveals the fact that he was born without any ears. How does he hear, you say? Well, crazy things can happen through a nose. Because of this, he's kind of alone. He doesn't really do much anymore and he gets lonely, so pray for Cool Pig. Or don't, I don't care. And if this is your first time viewing these characters, I welcome you to the playlist where you'll find this video again, right at the beginning. So then, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the tales of the birds and the pigs in Angry Plush Birds. This has been Bowser Plush, signing off. Enjoy.